What is strategic leadership? What is the anatomy of a strategic leader? How do you spot one? Or maybe the better question, how do you become one? Leadership is a word used so much and in so many different ways that it's tough for us to get our arms around it. John Maxwell famously said that leadership is influence, influencing situations, influencing circumstances, and ultimately influencing others. Great leadership, whether it be in our work or in our family, is influence that moves the current reality toward a dynamic vision of the future. We hear that definition and we raise our hand, or I do, and I say, yes, I want that. But I know for me that the desire was never the problem. I wanted to live and work with purpose and to make a difference. The challenge was not allowing my leadership or influence to stay vague, to remain something that stays an idea or a concept instead of becoming something that's connected to concrete actions. Adding strategic to the front of leadership adds context to the idea and gives it clarity. Clarity that can be measured and evaluated. Am I practicing strategic leadership? Yes or no? Strategic means focusing on the long-term aim and the path to accomplishing it. By definition, it forces us to always have the answers to several key questions. What is the vision and the long-term aim? And then what are the steps that we are actively taking to accomplish it right now? Harvard Business Review and others have written about the characteristics that define strategic leadership and the lack of it. But part of my life is to take all that information and to make things stupid simple. So here's how I break down the 4 core components that make a strategic leader. Number 1, they are vision driven. They are purposeful about creating a clear and a compelling vision and coming back to it again and again to clarify it and measure their efforts against it. They are both flexible and focused. They have a plan for evaluating a lot of different ideas and take advantage of great opportunities, but that's married with a focus once they decide something that moves them forward with purpose. They are growth-minded. They learn from their successes and their failures, and they're continually filling gaps of knowledge and adding necessary skills. And lastly, they are accountable. They understand the truth that what gets measured gets done, and they embrace this idea, allowing the truth to speak about what is working and what is not. These 4 are so powerful because they directly attack the pitfalls that undermine and trip up so many leaders. But much like knowing what makes for a healthy body doesn't make you healthy, knowing what makes a strategic leader does not make you one. Creating this in ourselves, in our teams, in our organizations will only happen when we embrace a systematic process. A process that forces us to ask the right questions and to wrestle to find the right answers on a consistent basis. If you want to be proactive about becoming a strategic leader and to be given the simple, actionable steps to build this in yourself, then click the link either above me or below and join me as we create a movement of people intentional about becoming strategic leaders and making an impact on this world.